Greetings YouTube. Today we're looking at a Sabre knife. First thing we're going to take a look at is the sheath it came in. This is not a Sabre sheath. This is a Klein sheath for Klein tools. And it is really high quality sheath. I was quite impressed by this. I mean, it's old and a little beat up, but it's still in perfect working condition. The leather's really nice. I was quite impressed by this. So if you have a larger knife, because this is a little bit bigger than the knife needs, Klein makes some really nice sheaths. At least this year, I have no idea how old this thing is. It could be 20 years old for all I know. Here we have a Sabre knife. Now, I will be honest, I do not know a great deal about Sabre knives. This is the only Sabre knife I own in my collection. It has plastic handles here. It was made in China, so it's not an old knife. I'm not even sure if it would fall into the category of vintage or not. I have no idea. So here we go. Just a very simple finger nick style opener, lockback. I'm just so used to using things with one hand. I forget. That's called a thumb nick, nail nick. And I will admit, even if this is the Chinese version of Sabre, or maybe they may have been bought out for all I know. And that's Sabre, not ER, so that's a European style spelling of the word Sabre. Nice lockup. I was impressed by that. So it's a solid lockup. And in fact, we can. That's got a nice click though, doesn't it? Doesn't that have a nice click? Always like that. Very simple. It's got brass liners, brass bolsters. Nothing all that fancy to this type of blade. Now it came to me, and I bought this. Obviously, I bought this used. I bought it at a yard sale for $2, because I don't think the person really appreciated what they had, because I thought it was a really nice shape. This is a good everyday carry, kind of a reasonable shape. It's small enough that I went to undo the lock. I'm so used to using liner locks. It's a size that could easily be carried in a pocket, a pair of jeans, without any difficulty, or you could carry it in a sheath itself. And again, I have absolutely no idea what model Sabre this is, because all it says is Sabre, and then it says stainless China. So I don't have any number designations as to what this thing is as far as specific model. Anybody knows what this specific Sabre model is? Cool. You're one up on me. This video falls more into a category of I think a show and tell than a review, because I have not carried this, and I'm never going to carry this knife. I just don't carry pocket style knives. I carry knives that I can clip on. I can clip on at the side of my pocket with a pocket clip. But I did like the shape. I did like the overall the full flat grind. Comes with a secondary bevel. I appreciate that. I'm a believer that's one of the best profiles you could have on an edge for a knife. I'm not a fan of a hollow grind at all. It's just not my thing. I prefer a full flat grind. This knife has that. Has the fit and finish and everything is really nice on this. So I was quite impressed. Even if it is a more recent Sabre model made in China with plastic scales, it still has a degree of attention to detail. It was well executed. The blade's in nice shape. As far as overall condition, it needs to be honed, but overall condition of the blade is decent, and the shiny surface is still quite prevalent. Whoever owned it didn't beat it up too badly. I mean, you could probably polish up that brass, but part of that's because it's been sitting inside of a leather sheath. Leather sheaths and brass like this sometimes don't mix well, because you're going to end up with moisture from the leather up against that all the time, and that's going to give you a dull finish and give you a patina on there, and you get this kind of it's kind of schmutz on there from the leather. I've seen that myself in blades over the years. Leather sheaths wear well and they're very durable, but they aren't necessarily always the best thing to be putting your knives in for long-term storage. So this has been a Sabre folder. I don't know what model this is. I do know that I think it's a nice little size. I think it's overall a well-made knife. I'm not sure how old it is. I don't know when Sabre began to produce knives in China. I have no idea if they have always done so or if it has been a relatively recent occurrence. Like I said, this is my first Sabre knife. So, thank you for being here, and I hope you return in the future.